guys, and we're in London. We just came from Helsinki, which was just a quick stopover. We're going to be spending about a month here in the UK.
Today we're going to skip all the main big touristy sites around London and focus on more of the smaller, sort of local areas.
Yeah, and I am super excited for where we're going tonight. I'm a massive, huge fan of a particular singer. He owns a pub here in London, and I have had this booking for a long time, so I'm so excited.
London, or the UK, is really well known for its baked goods, so we thought we'd start the day off with the bakery.
And some coffee.
We've got our pastry and coffee.
I've got a boat of coffee, which I'm definitely not mad about. I've got a triple shot in here, and it is delicious. Probably the best coffee we've had since leaving Australia.
We did actually come here for a pastry we've seen on Instagram. It's called a croissant wheel or a crewheel. They start at 11.
We're a bit early.
We
might come back for it though. We're definitely coming back for it. This is why we were here.
But it's weird because all the reviews said get here early because they sell out. They open at 8:30.
Yep.
But I guess we're too early.
It's okay. We can wait. We don't mind waiting for good pastries.
But we did get a almond croissant, Krista's cappuccino, my double espresso, the big reveal.
The big reveal.
One of the best almond croissants I think I've ever had in my life. The almond paste was oozing everywhere out of that croissant.
We are walking along Exhibition Road now, past the Victoria and Albert Museum, past the Science Museum to get to Hyde Park.
I think it's one of the biggest parks here in London.
You nicked off for a long time.
Just been walking around the park shooting some B-roll. This park is absolutely massive. It's 350 acres and it used to be it formerly was a royal hunting ground. Then it was given back to the public in, I believe, 1851. And now it's a great place to come and hang out. There's so much things to do here. We saw horse riding, boating on the river.
Oh my God, there's so many cute dogs around. There's this dog that looks like our little girl from back at home.
But there's parts of the park that's really well manicured, like in front of us, and then there's other parts where the grass is about waist height and just really rugged and rough.
There's only one real reason that we're here though, and that is for the dogs. Yesterday we went down to Battersea Park, which is a little bit south of the Thames River, and we found a tennis ball. There were people playing tennis, so we grabbed one of their tennis balls in the hope of luring a dog over to us.
And it worked.
And it worked. Yes, we made a little friend called Basil. We'll put a little picture of him in now. He was so cute. Battersea Park's really popular for dog walking. So they're
massive bug.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day to be out and about. We really love the parks here in London, some of the best in the world. They're just so beautiful and they utilise the public spaces really well.
Getting old.
Getting old. I found Amy again. So I don't know if I said before, but Amy is my sister's poodle from back at home, our niece. And there's so many little Amy's in this park. Did you see her?
I did see her.
She's so cute. She's a little toy poodle and there's so many of them here. So I'm quite happy to spend copious amounts of time in this park.
We've come down to Paddington to see the man in the clock. It's an analog clock with a silhouette of a man inside, and he actually moves the hands of the clock to what time it is.
So quirky, isn't it? I've never seen anything like that. When Steve first told me about it and I looked up, I thought it was a real man in there and it was his silhouette. It's so cool.
A real man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's no Big Ben, but I think it's pretty cool anyway.
It's better than Big Ben.
You reckon?
It's less tourist. There's about 35,000 less people here. I am a huge fan of ASMR. I could watch that, I reckon, for hours. It is so soothing and relaxing to watch. The street noise and just watching what he's doing, I find that really relaxing and calming. I don't know, I'm a bit weird. I think these red telephone booths used to be really iconic to London. I mean, they still are. You can still see them scattered around the city. But I think today they're used mainly for public urinals and garbage bins. I don't know, they're pretty dire and a lot of them are disgusting. So I'm not brave enough to open one, and I really don't think that you can make phone calls on them. Maybe you can, I don't know.
This here is Little Venice Riverwalk. It is a pretty cool little area.
Yeah, and it's lined with these boats. I don't know if they're a specific type of boat.
They're the houseboats, the narrow houseboats.
But they've been converted to restaurants. They've got 2 decks. You can go up on the top and have a drink, or they've got like a restaurant section underneath. So really cool. We can't afford to eat at any of them. But, you know, they're good to look at.
It's a good little area just to wander along and see how people are living their life here on the canals.
All right, quick update. We just got back to our Airbnb. We're in a basement of someone's house, so it's a little bit dark. Anyway, I am pretty annoyed. I just got an email from the pub that we had the reservation at tonight. It was Birdie Blossoms, Ed Sheeran's pub. I'm a massive Ed Sheeran fan and I'm devastated that our booking got cancelled, but apparently they're closed for all of August and I'm annoyed. Anyway, we're staying at a place that's got heaps of pubs and restaurants and cafes around, so I'm sure we'll find something. But yeah, pretty annoyed. I'm too tired to even like get upset about it at this point, I think.
Since the pub that Christy wanted to go to is closed, we've come down to the Victoria Battersea, just down the road from our Airbnb where we're staying. I've grabbed a pint.
If you like gluten-free beer and you've never tried this, it's called Dora Dan. I think that's how you say it. It is so good. Turns out I like lager. Who thought?
So we're going to have a look at the menu, order some food.
Yep.
And yeah, have a couple more beers.
And probably finish this vlog section here and then we'll pick it up tomorrow. We don't know what we're doing yet, but you'll soon find out.
So this morning we're going out for something that we don't normally do when we're overseas.
Yeah, we never usually go out for breakfast, mainly because we try to save money, so we eat at our hotel as much as possible. But this morning we've decided to come down to our local park and have some breakfast. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's great, thank you. I'm still yet to find an amazing coffee in London. I've kind of been sticking to Americanos because you can't really F that up, but I don't know. So I've gone for the cappuccino. It's okay, but yeah, it'll do.
After breakfast, on the way to our next stop, we actually passed through these gardens, and I think they're called the Battersea Park Gardens. And if you look up, there's a swimming pool about 10 stories high, and it spans between 2 different apartment buildings. Pretty cool. It's not like a must-see, but because it was so close to where we're staying, we thought we'd stop in.
Pretty impressive, and they've got some really cute-looking cafes and gardens around here.
I think this is a pretty expensive area. I just had a bit of a Google of the pool.
There's a big piece of poo there, just be careful.
All right. We'll avoid that. You can't actually go up and swim in it. It's not open to the public. You have to be a resident of the apartments to swim in it. But there's a high price to pay if you're one of the residents. It costs $270,000 per winter to heat the pool.
Wow.
A lot of residents actually want the pool drained during winter, so they save $270,000.
Yeah. that was the Leek Street Arches, or the Leek Tunnel Arches. Super cool. I was not expecting that. Steve's basically planned most of the day today, so which is quite the rarity. I'm usually the planner, the organizer, and he usually goes along with the flow, but today the roles are reversed and I'm just tagging along and getting surprised, so that was really cool.
But the next stop is something that you want to do though.
Yes.
It's the Borough Street Market.
Yep, I am a sucker for all markets and I would go to them every day if Steve would let me, but he doesn't enjoy them quite as much as I do.
I enjoy the food.
So yeah, we're off to the Borough Markets. I've never been there before, heard that they're really cool. We had such a great day at Camden Market, so if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. Actually, that might come out after this one, so ignore all of that, but we're excited for the Borough Markets.
Get the famous, actually we won't mention that, we'll keep that as a secret.
Ooh.
See you there in a second.
On the way to the Borough Markets, we stumbled across this little street food one. Steve got sucked in for a sample and he has bitten the bullet and he's actually going to buy it.
When you're doing...
What
Had
did you
some of
get?
their delicious curry. This is a spicy chicken or beef. So that was a bit of a spontaneous stop. We actually went into that market to go to the bathroom. I ended up getting curry instead.
Was it nice?
Didn't even go to the bathroom. It was really nice. It was nice.
Alright.
That was what was the name of it?
I think it was just the South Bank Street Food Market. I don't know.
There's markets all around London and they're very popular over the weekends.
Yeah.
So if you're here over a weekend, find your local market and go there because they've got amazing food.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Borough Market. There's one thing specifically that I really want to get. I've been seeing it a lot on social media, so I'm hoping it lives up to the hype and it tastes as good as it looks.
It's full of chocolate, so it can't be that bad.
Of course it's going to be delicious. It's like 90% chocolate.
All right, we're going to be there in 3, 2, 1. This place is absolute chaos.
Yeah, I thought the Camden Market was busy. This is just like
Insane.
next level times a billion. So this is what we came down to the Borough Market for, the famous strawberries and melted chocolate. It looks amazing. This, of course, is going to be delicious. I even know before I eat this, it's going to be amazing. I think the strawberries are soaked in like some sugar syrup. Do you want some?
Oh, it might be you to try it. Wow, they are pretty good.
They are.
The line was massive, but because they were so efficient, it moved really, really fast. I think
It
the line.
almost went too fast, I would say.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a photo of it for a story, but it just went too fast.
And I was doing the same, trying to get B-roll, and they were just handing people buckets and buckets of strawberries.
And I scolded a couple because they tried to push in. I was like, guys, the line's back there. But in reality, the line went so fast that, you know.
So that was the Borough Street Market. We would have stayed for a little bit longer, but as you probably saw, it was way too busy in there.
And you couldn't, like, move anywhere. Obviously, you saw the footage. It was just, yeah, chaos. But it is Sunday, so, you know, you kind of expect it.
Well, let's get out of here to somewhere hopefully a little bit more peaceful and quiet.
Yes, we did get what we went for, so we can leave now.
Not too far from the Tower of London, you can find these beautiful little quiet gardens, St Dunstan's Church Gardens. It was a former church that was bombed in the Second World War, and now it's been turned into this beautiful little public space, really quiet, really calming. We've actually come out the front of it.
It's so beautiful. It was originally built in the 12th century and it was actually burnt down in the Great Fire of London in 1666. It was rebuilt again before its bombing in the World War II.
We are currently just sitting out the front looking at it because we were inside before and it's way too quiet to be walking around in there with a camera just talking to it.
A lot of people just sitting around reading books
just
and
relaxing,
doing their thing, and we didn't want to be obnoxious and just talking loudly. So
it's a good way to escape all the crazy hustle and bustle right in the centre of London.
that is one of my favourite things that we've seen in London. What a beautiful structure, or half a structure.
we're going to end the video here. I think the only way you should on a weekend in London, having a couple pints at a, cheers, a little English style pub here.
Pint of soda water for me. They didn't have my beer on tap. This pub was built in 1761. It's called the Anchor Tap. It is so cute. It's got so many little hidden rooms I went exploring before, and it's just gorgeous.
We were actually talking to some of the guys at the bar, and they were saying how untouched this pub is over the last few hundred years that it's been open. All right, see you next one.
See ya.
So that was an impromptu stop. So that was a bit of an impromptu.
Impromptu.
What's another word? Because I can't say that.
Spontaneous.